Now, I'm going to be joined now by fantastic guy, Kushal Desai, Digital Innovation Manager from Shell. Kushal, it's lovely seeing you again. Obviously, we met in Abu Dhabi, and you were fantastic in our opening session we had there as well. Really good to see you. For those who don't know you, please feel free to introduce yourself and what you do as well.
Okay, first of all, thanks, Adam, for having me in the session. Good morning, good afternoon from wherever you are joining. So for the kind of quick introduction, I'm Kushal Desai. I'm the Digitalisation Manager for Shell, and it's been 16 plus years I'm working with oil and gas industries. And like my kind of passion for this job is that how can we make the things possible? And with this today's topic of AI, and this is opening up many more possibilities very fast. So happy to have you, have discussions, and thank you.
It's crazy, isn't it? AI. What's happening and the adoption of AI as well. I mean, it's everything everywhere you read. It's like I don't think you can pick up a newspaper or read a post without AI in it. So let me ask you, Kusha, because with your experience and what you've been into, especially with the company you're working with, what are the key challenges in scaling AI? Not just the challenges, but also opportunities. Because if you talk about facility planning in large organizations, yeah, what would you say are the blockers? What would you say are the opportunities for scaling it?
Yep. So I'd not maybe say it is a blocker, but what we're trying to see that when we are talking about scaling up AI, right? I think one of the clear thing is it's not about technology challenge, right? I think there are many more complexities behind it. And when you talk about the large scale assets, the kind of prime more key responsibility is how can you kind of manage it safely, and manage it with
Mm.
the right cost pressure. And you see a lot of kind of flavor, but I just want to highlight on a couple of points. So one is about the data fragmentation. So we see that a lot of the data is still fragmented, and this many times hamper the kind of scaling up plans when you're talking about scaling up the solutions. It's also something, when I say that data fragmentations, it's also about the workflows, when the silo workflows, and that create those challenges. The
Mm.
another part which I can really see is the integration complexities, right? Because the way it has been kind of grown up over the past few years, it's mentioned into a separate, segregated, and individual systems, and integrating is something which is challenging, and which brings those things. And last but not least is also about when we look about the cultural aspects, because when you try to scale up this AI solution, and that's what I mentioned, it's not about technology challenge. You have to see and manage the expectations rightly, so that you can show the benefits, and you can kind of navigate towards it. Opportunities, so a lot of opportunities lies into that. But if I can kind of highlight a couple of which is about getting ahead in the game, right? So predictive planning, when you talk about this large scale organizations, you have a lot of activities, a lot of workflows going on, and it helps in accelerating those planning, or even if you talk about shutdowns or any of these activities. And that is really kind of put you in front of the others when you talk about opening up these possibilities with AI. Another where I see it can really change the game is the scenario modeling. So we have been doing
Yeah.
those modeling since couple of years, but now with this computing power and the AI, it opens up a lot of possibilities, and you can really learn a lot of scenarios, including your market conditions, including your the kind of data. So that opens up. And I don't want to kind of discount the last one, which is about uh, when we call the efficiency gains, because we talk a lot about all this human manpower and which goes behind this. So this can, I think, opportunity is there in definitely efficiency gain. And when I talk about efficiency, it's not about 5-10%. It can massively simplify the task, but more to go and more to come.
Yeah, good points. I mean, I think there's so many things to digest there. I completely agree. I mean, in my sort of much more limited knowledge in what you have, I think, get past the culture, get past that, and then sort of see where you can apply AI, and sort of work with it incrementally as well. I mean, look, we talked a lot about data. I mean, data's been, throughout synonymous throughout the event because it's all about data, isn't it? A lot of it's about
Yep.
how data's contextualized, how we use it, how we don't use it, data silos. How can historic data enhance project planning and execution? Because I think that's a key part of obviously that industry as well.
So historic data is really kind of very critical, and I called it the gold mine, right? Because we are operating this industries now since maybe decades, or maybe for centuries, if we talk about the real oil and gas history, and we have a lot of rich data. So with this historic data, definitely it can open up possibilities, which is maybe about learning from past events. And when I talk about events, it's not only the kind of events related to safety or something, but events where you manage to really go and perform beyond and above what we're performing. So it's really about getting to know your facility in a better way, and that happens to kind of put you in a front forefront, I would say. The other part is also the historic data, which might provide you a background in the kind of risk mitigations and activities like benchmarking, because it's a competitive world and you have to really look from what can you kind of navigate with this technology to put yourself ahead in the game, right? So that is all it's about. So historic data, if I can say, that can put you in a position from reactive to proactive space. And that's not new. Yeah, we have been talking about this
Mm.
since long, but now is the time, and now it doesn't seems to be too far, and we see that future is coming, and it opens up a lot of kind of ideas. And basically all it will help is to kind of accelerate your decision making power, right? Because historic
Yeah.
data, this analysis, and that helps you to accelerate your decision power. So yeah, definitely I see a lot of possibilities with opening up in the historic data.
Yeah, that's well, it's you can see you need to get your house in order a little bit, I think, when
Right.
you work on sort of enabling technologies. And I think I think you hear different views because some people say, "Oh, your data doesn't have to be perfect," but then someone says, "Well, actually, it has to resemble something functional for enabling." If you put AI into it or digital twin into it, it's that sort of garbage in, garbage out philosophy, isn't it? That people use. So really,
That's
really
correct.
interesting.
That's correct. Just want to so you cannot maybe aim for 100% perfection the data, but try to see that how even AI can help you to put structure around data, and then help to kind of take a next step. So you have to see the balance out, and what possibilities open up. Because if you try to clear everything and try to get full house in order, it might be, yeah, you're lost in the game.
Yeah, you might be left further behind as well. I mean, look, let's say we talked a lot about the next session is going to be talking about change management, end user adoption, which is a massive thing, a huge thing in the industry. You can see that's probably one of the biggest challenges I think the industry has. Based on change, I mean, implementations you're using or you're familiar with. Have you had people resisting to this, especially when they adopt AI, anything technology related? How do you overcome it? What sort of do you have a formula, a structure? What sort of methods have you used that have maybe worked?
I would say there is no guided book, but resistance is a natural things, right? But a couple of things which I think which helped us in our journey and which can help is also about starting clearly with what and why you want to do, right? If you really start with what and why you want to do, and you bring the people along the journey. When I say people, the end users, right? So start voluntary rather than just enforcing into a mandatory part, and try to make it, because with the voluntary part you will have those early adopters, and with the early adopters I would say target the cases which are high value low complexities, right? So then it helps you to bring more people along the journey. And on top of that, I also see that when you talk, not talking in terms of the technology or hey, what is it technology. I think if we talk in a human terms, right, what it changed, how it looked like from the human point of view, then it really helps us to bring that the company or organizations or the people together. And last but not least is also kind of, engaging more with the end users and start trying to kind of train the people rather than providing just a, support and making it available for them, because you will need the people along the journey, and make it a human, the kind of initiative rather than just going into some sort of technology deployment, because that will never, they work.
Yeah, good advice. I mean, look, what let me ask you, because I sort of touched upon it with Ram a little bit. We sort of talked about. Oh, I think we've lost Kushal. I was just going to ask you.
I can
Ah, are we
still hear.
back? Okay, good. Are you there,
Yes,
Kushal? Yeah. So
yes, I'm there.
let me ask. So one last question I want to ask you. So when it comes to increasing the pace of digital adoption, not employing it, but increasing the pace, how do we do that? What's where do we start? Where do we middle? Where do we end?
So if you say increasing the speed, I'll just
Yeah, I
try
would
to
say increasing the pace of it.
summarize.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So I would say that the speed comes from the clarity and confidence that we put into a system, right? So more and more clear in the beginning that, yeah, this is what the system is going to build, or this is what the AI is going to build. I think you will see the people, coming with you, and then you can increase the speed. It's not like, if you don't have a clarity, you just want to say a deployment of AI, you want to deploy the AI, and then I don't think so. The speed will come. So start with the more clarity, more confidence, and keeping the real value which brings with this solution. So that will definitely help you.
Yeah, good advice, brilliant advice, Kushal. Thank you so much for joining me. It's really great to have you again. It was great to have you in Abu Dhabi. It's equally as good to have you virtually doing a bit of a one-to-one session. I hope to have you again next year for some of our
Yes,
stuff.
sure.
So great joining me, and thank you very much, Kushal, as well.
Thank you so much, Adam. Thank you to the team. Yeah,
Thank you very much. We're now on brilliant. I like doing these Q and A's a lot. I really enjoy them because you sort of sometimes get a bit more information when you have a one to one with someone as well. So I really do like hosting those as well. So we now have a quick break before we go on to our final session, which I'm really looking forward to. I mentioned it there on change management. So I will see you back in about 15 minutes. See you then.